Hi Bold Bakers, before we get started into this video, I've got a special announcement. We have changed the name of my YouTube channel from Gemma Stafford to Bigger Bolder Baking. So don't worry, Bigger Bolder Baking isn't going anywhere. I'm still going to be doing that every single Thursday. But one of the new shows that we're debuting is Live Baking. These are going to be videos from my alternative baking expert, all about healthy baking. That's only the beginning. In the future, you're going to be getting lots more new shows. As always, thank you very much for being a part of the community and stay tuned for lots more baking. Hi Bold Bakers, I love a good cornbread. However, all the recipes I've tried in the past have been dry and kind of crumbly. Finally, I have found a recipe that is soft, moist, almost a scoopable cornbread. It's absolutely incredible. As always, the recipe can be found on biggerbolderbaking.com, and make sure you check out my website because I've got tons of recipes over there and lots more videos. Okay, let's get started with our first step. So here I have a little blender, but you can also do this step by hand with a big knife. Now, the secret to my cornbread is blending the corn. Nobody ever does that, but it is key to a really amazing cornbread. So we're just gonna add it into our food processor. Now you can use any type of corn. You can use fresh, tinned, frozen, whatever you like. And then pop on our lid. So now all you want to do is blend this for around 15-20 seconds. You're gonna get it a little bit smooth and a little bit lumpy. You want some texture in there. Okay, great. So come here to me. I wanna show you what this looks like. See there, it's kind of lumpy. There's lots of different texture. It's really soft, it's kind of chunky. This is gonna make for some good cornbread. So I'm gonna set this over to the side and then we're gonna mix up the rest of our ingredients. So into my nice big bowl, I'm going to add in some milk, some runny honey for sweetness. I love cornbread that's a little bit sweet and a little bit spicy. Crack in some eggs and pour in some melted butter. And then just whisk these ingredients together. If you want to substitute the egg in this recipe, you can do that easily with a flax egg, and all that information can be found on my website. Okay, cornbread, delicious by itself, but why would you want to stop there? We can add in so many different things. Here I have some nice sharp cheddar. Now I want sharp cheddar because it's got more flavor and it's a little bit salty, and I want that kind of kick. Just want to add that in there. So I put the cheddar in there for a little bit of salty. Here I have some chopped up jalapeños. Now, I absolutely adore these because they give your cornbread kind of a kick, and they're a little bit spicy. They're spicy, but that's okay. It kind of blends out. Yeah, that's spicy. So just go ahead and add those in there. If you don't want it as hot, remove the membrane and the seeds, and then it's kind of a little bit milder. But this just gives your cornbread a little bit extra something. Then lastly, for a little bit more sweetness, we're going to add in our blended corn. So I really like these additions. Another thing that you can add in is chopped up scallions or even bacon. Bacon is so good in cornbread. Okay, so that's those ingredients. Now we're going to mix together our dry ingredients. Add in your flour, yellow cornmeal, I use finely ground, baking powder, and of course, a little bit of salt. And then just whisk these ingredients together. So I'm going to tell you a little something because Kevin is in the other room on a conference call. When I first met Kevin, he made for me chili one night because he loves chili. And he also made cornbread. And in his cornbread, he added in almond extract. It was different. I've never had anything like it since. He never did it again, but it was, oh man, I can almost still taste it. It was, whoa. Anyway, okay, there's our dry ingredients all mixed up. Now we're going to add these back into our wet. So just gently whisk it until it starts to come together. Now remember, lumps in this recipe are okay. You don't want to over mix it. I have to redeem Kevin a little bit because now he does make really good dinners. And they do say it's the thought that counts. I just don't know what he was thinking. Okay, lovely. This cornbread's looking great. I'm going to set this aside, and now we're going to do a little bit extra something with our skillet to get it ready. So my skillet is 10 inches. It's a good cook skillet. I love it. I'm going to put a link on my website of where you can get this. If you don't have a skillet, you can always use just a regular cake pan. Something around 9 or 10 inches will be absolutely perfect. I'm going to put a little bit of butter in here. Then I'm going to put it into my preheated oven, and I'm going to leave it in there for 5 minutes. What's going to happen is the skillet's going to get really lovely and hot. I'm going to give our cornbread a really nice crust when it goes in there. So my skillet is lovely and hot. Now in goes our batter. This makes a really big cornbread, so pop back on your gloves for safety and pop them into the oven. Bake your cornbread off in a nice hot oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius for roughly 35 to 40 minutes. So you can already tell by looking at it, this is no ordinary cornbread. So I'm so glad we heated up the skillet beforehand, because look what it created, a beautiful golden brown crust on our cornbread. Really lovely, lovely and bubbly. And if you push down in the center, it's firm underneath your finger, so you know that it's done. Now, I personally like cornbread hot from the oven. No hanging around while it's still warm. So there we have it. You see all our hard work paid off, blending up the corn, adding in all those lovely ingredients. Look at the inside of this cornbread. It's barely even a bread. You could eat that with a spoon. Just to add a little bit extra, when I've had cornbread out in restaurants, they give you a little bit of butter and a little drizzle of honey, and it just elevates the flavor of the cornbread. It's sweet, it's savory, it's a little bit salty from the cheese, and it has a kick from the jalapeno. This probably will be the best ever cornbread recipe you ever make. You're gonna wanna head over to my website, biggerbolderbaking.com right now and get this recipe. And remember, if you make it, rate it on my website. I'll see you back here really soon for more bigger, bolder baking.